with you in the same domain. Through your colleagues from your own institution, you can identify the potential collaborator. And if you want to know if you are working alone, what happens? You are having your own mindset. You are not going to brief with other people. So in that context, you may lose the peer knowledge among the discipline. And second part is like through conference and seminars. Nowadays, it's very feasible right now. You see, we are collaborating each other. We are all sitting in each other, and we are connected with a single platform. So the platform to meet expert and researcher with a common interest, really, it is a boon for identifying the potential collaboration. You know which institution, who is doing what kind of activity, why we need to collaborate with them. That and all really going to be the one of the important collaboration activity. And through academic publications, to identify the researchers working on similar topics by reviewing your journal articles. In this regard, even Government of India has created a very good network connectivity among all the academic and research scholars through a platform called IRINS, Indian Researcher Information Network System. Even if you take Indian Research Network System based on Vidwan database, the people, those who are expertise in which area, from which discipline, from which region, all this can be searched out. For example, I want to know who is expertise and who is from Tamil Nadu, who is expertise in the area called big data analytics. I can search through Vidwan data. I want to know the publications of the consultation and the publication done by the Indian Institute of Technology or IIT Madras, or the potential publications done by the various research institutions. I can learn it through various databases like Vidwan and IRINS and all. That really helps out a lot. Even we can call Scopus as a citation, abstracting and citation database. Through Scopus, we are able to identify what is the niche area as a researcher I need to work out, and what are all the various research area, who is the expertise from which institution, and what kind of projects they are working in, who are all the funding agencies closely associated with the particular research area. All these can be identified by using this Scopus and Web of Science citation databases, which we are not using up to the level. The thing is, nowadays the database is available with us. At what extent we are making use of it? It is a $1 million question mark again. In order to identifying the potential collaboration, we have to talk about the academic publications and the engaging of online communities and social media. This also is one of the important area where we need to work out with online community and social media. We should be available in the platforms such as ResearchGate, as I told you, LinkedIn and Twitter. And the moment I talk about LinkedIn, the LinkedIn can be used for LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn Learning is a separate application which we have that really helps out a lot to connect with your peer group. And as we are all having Facebook account as usual, but how many of us are having Facebook author page? This Facebook author page really is having a very good connectivity, and we can critique and we can share our research work that can be addressed by many people, and we can do it. So that is also possible. So this is the way we can identify the potential collaborators, right? And this is what about potential collaborator identification. And are you able to see the screen changes, right? Participants?
Yes, sir, it is visible. Approaching potential collaborators. We can see that, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. Yeah. Now, how to approach question? Moment about how to get to identify the potential collaborators. Now, how to approach these potential collaborators? We need to understand about the some important 6 areas here. One is networking. Through network, we can approach the potential collaborators. And second is like through research publication. We are working on some research area that need to be collaborate with each other who is sitting outside the world. So in that context, we can identify the potential collaborate, we can approach them. So I am working in this area, how to connect with you, and I need to get some sort of idea among this area. Shall you work with me? So that also having a very good collaboration with that. And industry academia partnership, which is very much important. This academic scenario is running based on the industrial problems. So what are all the industrial problems are occurring in the society that need to be taken up, and we need to work collaboratively with the industry and academic institution. That partnership really helps out to provide a better result on the statement of problem. So that is also the thing. And fourth thing is like professional associations and societies. This professional association and the societal bodies are playing a vital role to emerge the what are all the recent trends are happening, and it binds the likely minded people together in order to identify the research problem as well as to find out the better result on the problem occurs towards the societal issues. So this is like a collaborative research center. There are a lot of research centers are right now available. You can see, even that may be with respect to government or private. There are a lot of private research centers are there. Government research centers are there. They are readily available to collaborate with the academic institutions and the industries. How well it is going to play off the solutions for that. That is also there. And research grant and funding opportunity. You can approach the various research and funding of the, you can take ICSSR, DST, DBT, FIST, all our research funding agencies. Through them, we can plot our proposals. If our proposals are wide enough and giving a lot of ideas to create a very good well of solutions to the problem statement, really it is going to give a great impact on your research area. And thing is, we can approach with this strategy. One is do your research. You can familiarize yourself with your work and interest. So nook and corner is that we have to be familiarized with our work, what we are doing. Second thing is like we have to be in a personalized communication. Reach out with a specific proposal or area of shared interest, and we have to be very clear with our expectations. Be upfront about the goal, what you have fixed, and what kind of contribution you are going to create it, and the expected outcome, how it will be. So this is the approaching point we can touch on, right? And what are the strategies for effective collaboration? So in order to have an effective collaboration among my peer group, what kind of strategy I need to make it up? It's very clear. You need to have have a clear communication, which means to establish open channels and regular check-ins. We are logging into some academic profiles. Okay, we are all fond of Facebook for the reason of like, share, and comment, but we are not using the effective social networking platforms such as Twitter and Facebook author page and ResearchGate kind of academic social networking platforms. Why? Because we have to update frequently, and we have to write in our own, and we need to open communication with our peer group. All these are possible to have a personal connect with each other. Maybe you are not physically connect with each other, but even in remote, you can have establish a very good clear communication. For that, this is one of the strategy. Now, the academic social media platforms have opened a very good avenue for you people to establish a good network community, and you can share your results, you can share your ideas. That creates a lot of impact among your society. And foster the open communication and trust, and you can define your roles and responsibility. Ensure everyone knows their contribution. What is the role and what's the responsibility each and everyone has, and what kind of work nature and workflow they are supposed to do it, that need to be given a clear-cut way. And that is a way to have another strategy to create effective collaboration. Third thing is like you have to set a common goal. Then only we can align with an objective to maintain the focus. So what is the focal point? To reaching your focal point, what are all the alignment, and what are all the likely setup goals can be created. for that who are all reaching towards. In manage the conflicts also. Obviously, there will be on each and every topics in that how you are going to manage and what kind of power dynamics you are going to make use of it. And in this context, you have to emphasize the continuous learning models. That is also very much important. These are the various strategies you can apply for effective collaboration, which is very much important. And there are various tools for collaboration. Nowadays, if you take for collaborating with each other, there are a lot of tools. Earlier, that is what not a scenario. But right now, because of advent to the internet and technology which we are working in, the AI tools, it may be, or there are a lot of tools are available for various objective. If you take project management, there are so many softwares can be applied for maintaining and managing the project and softwares like maintaining your projects, like Trello, Asana, Slack. These are all the tools which can be adapted for project management. And data sharing platforms, I think they're all already using it. GitHub, Google Drive, Dropbox, a lot of tools are using. In order to having a video conferencing, that right now we are using a lot of video conferencing tools. Likewise, for each and every collaboration aspect, there are so many tools are available which we are using effectively. Without paying a single penny from a packet, right now we are able to connect each other. We can collaborate each other. That's what the tools which I have shown here. Okay. And what are the best practices for collaboration? It is very clear. We need to have a regular communication. Schedule meetings and updates, have a proper follow-up to ensure all team members are aligned with and they are all focusing on the common goal which has been already discussed that we have to work out on. In this regular communication, we should be very clear on our goals and expectations. You can choose the right collaboration tools, as I told you. It need to be communicated effectively with a proper definition of roles and regulations and responsibilities, who is responsible for which aspect, that has to be clearly entitled and explored clearly. And we have to set a realistic goal and timeline. So what is the timeline? Without time bound, we cannot succeed with the proper research projects. If it is a research project, it should be submitted on time. It should be completed on time. So timeline is very much important when we talk about research proposals, research projects. So within the timeline, it need to be done with a proper. So we need to set a realistic goal with a proper timeline. And this project has to be break down. It's in the manageable phases with the proper deadlines. And finally, we need to be open to feedback. The feedback should be constructive criticism, which improves the quality of the work. That is what happening through the online medium. So whatever the content which you have added, it need to be elaborately discussed and critically analyzed. It need to be eloquated. Then only we will have a proper conclusion and we can have a proper feedback as the best practice as collaboration, right? And how to overcome the challenges in collaboration. The major thing is like we will have a conflict resolution which address disagreement professionally and promptly, right? And time management, as I told you, within the timeline, we are not able to commit. And when we go for collaboration, as an individual, I know at what time I have to complete the what time I have to take the task and what time I have to complete the task. But if it goes for collaboration, obviously there will be a non-synchronizing of time and conflicts will be raised. But that needs to be done promptly when we go for collaboration. And data sharing and intellectual property. This is again a very big issue which we are facing in. We have to establish a proper agreement on data ownership and authorship early in the project. For an example, it happens with our research publication. Even we have published our article. You are owner for the author version. We are not a owner for the publisher version. So what kind of agreement we have signed with the publisher? That is important. When the moment we talk about research ethics and we are talking about academic integrity, this kind of copyright agreement and authorship and all plays a vital role. As like when we go for collaboration, we should know what kind of agreement we have established among the data ownership or the process ownership that has to be discussed clearly early in the project. So this is the way we can overcome the challenges in collaboration, right? And we can have a proper cultural and language differences. We can have a proper geographic distance. These are all various, even I may be sitting in Tamil Nadu, I can connect with the people, those who are sitting in France. So geographical distance can be overcome, and funding and resource limitations can be one of the challenges which can be overcome, and academic hierarchies and power dynamics and intellectual property concerns. So these are the overcoming challenges, right? Networking in research. Again, this networking plays a vital role for having a very good peer communication. It helps to build a strong relationship beyond the project. Networking doesn't end with the project, it maintains the connections for future work too. You may be doing the elevation of your research project in various extent. For that, this networking really works out very well if we have a proper relationship with the people, those who are working with, and expanding our research horizons too. The networking opens doors to new research areas, institutions, and industry. Earlier, we may be working with our own colleague, we maybe network with our own colleagues, but right now, if you have in the mode of collaboration with the international and outside your institution and even with your industry, what happens? It opens the door to create a new research area. We are dealing with the new research areas and with the institution and industry people that really brings a good result with various aspects. That is also the important role played by the networking in research. And collaborating opportunity. You can jointly work with various professional organizations by attending a workshop. It may happen geographically in a different area, and you can contribute to the various forums to stay connected. So these are all the various roles of networking in research. And how to build an effective research network. First thing, we are now very much fortunate. We are able to attend conferences even through online, through webinars. Without having a personal connectivity, we can do that, but we can connect with virtually. So that kind of arena right now we are sitting in and we are experiencing. You can attend the conference, you can present papers, you can join for discussions by using various social academic networking platforms, and you can engage with peers. And you can join with various research group and communities virtually. That will make active participation in group and relevant to your field, and leveraging of social media. You can make use of various social networking platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, or there are a lot of academic social connecting platforms or academic social connecting platforms like academia.edu to engage with other researchers. And mentorship. You can do mentorship as a mentor, which seeks out and offer mentorship opportunity for knowledge exchange. I am domain expert in various areas that can be entered to various people, those who are sitting outside my institution, outside my region, and outside my domain. So all these are possible. So this is the way we can build an effective research network for our field now. And what are networking etiquette we have to follow? There are certain networking etiquette. Networking etiquette means the network is open to all. The network has given a provision to connect with everyone. So in that context, I will connect with each other just like that. It's not we need to follow certain etiquette. One is we have to be respectful, value others' time and expertise. We have to prepare. So we should have a clear idea and goal when initiating any contact with the new networks. So what purpose we are connecting with them, and what is the initial purpose and scope we are going to connect with them, that should be very clear, and we need to prepare for that. And follow up. So we have to keep on communicating with lines open and follow up on discussions and meetings. It's not like an initial discussion. We need to have a proper follow up, with really gives a continuous effort and good results. This is about the networking etiquette we need to follow. In order to building a network, identify your key contacts, because if you want to connect with the funding agencies, we want